Hello there, dear YouTubers. My name is King1993, and today is another day of me trying to explain another part of this game. And today's topic will be about the Elysian realm. Now, many people ask me to actually do a video regarding of the Elysian realm, but the Elysian realm at the beginning was immature. Now it has reached its full maturity, which is why I can say with our too much of a doubt that this guide is going to be able to help you understand of which type of Valkyrie character you should be using on the Elysian realm, okay, and how you can use them, those type of thing which will help you get about 500 crystals from that place, okay. So without further ado, let's get started. Now go to this Elysian realm first, okay. Now once you have entered the Elysian realm, you will eventually end up in this deep sequence, okay. Now here's the thing, in the deep sequence, let's start from this place here. There are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. There are 7 levels of difficulty. Now out of 7 level of difficulty, only up to this point can you get up to this amount of uh trophy, okay. Now afterwards it's just like bragging factor, like you will not get anything more out of it. It is like, yo bro, I can do it, okay, look, I can do it, see, I have done it in 2.75, that type of thing. It will not give you further benefit. Now the maximum benefit you can get is up to 2.25 because of these crystals, okay. So if you want to get 2.25, the first thing you have to understand that not all of the Valkyrie characters are good enough, okay. Now how can you test that? The testing method is the most difficult part to actually do, okay. So the first thing is, you will see that is here the enemies are easy. Now in the easy mode, everything should be easy, and the overall difficulty is going to be low, to the point that you will be able to understand nothing, okay. What do I mean by that? Up to this 1.5, all of the enemies are easy, but at 1.75 it is going to be hard. Now if you are able to defeat these bosses in 1.75 within the shortest period of time, only then you will be able to understand, yes, that you will be able to use those Valkyrie characters in 2.25 to actually get this maximum amount of crystals, okay. Now before starting that, do understand that there are some important topics which are written here. The top one are not gonna be that much useful. The last three one, which are covered in blue color, are gonna be the most useful one, okay. Now the first one, which is said that the Valkyrie's total damage output is going to be increased by 10% for 8 seconds if the enemies are paralyzed, frozen, or bleeding. Okay, this is point number one. When receiving a normal signet of Deliverance and Star, it will be boosted by level 2. Now, this is the current one. Whichever it is going to change, make sure that you use the Valkyrie which will have the one which will be able to support them. What do I mean by that? Well, here's the thing. There is a certain website called HoYoLab. If you go to HoYoLab, what you will see that there is a certain HoYoLab users goes by the name Knife, Fork, and Spoon. This Knife, Fork, and Spoon guy basically updates everything related to the Elysian realm, to the point that you will be able to know about every different topic, every new update, okay. It's gonna take about 1 or 2 weeks, maybe for 1 or 2 weeks you'll not be able to get the 500 crystal, maybe. So definitely come to this place, or this guy, this Knife, Fork, and Spoon guy, and you have to see which Valkyrie character are recommended for the following uh, uh, recommended signet here. For example, Deliverance is Kevin signet and Stars is Ratio signet, okay. So you have to see which one you should be getting. Should you be using this one? Obviously no, because there is no Ratio or Kevin in the top one, okay. You have to get the one where either the Grisho or the Kevin is in the top one. If you see that the Valkyrie character which you are trying to get uh, does not use the following recommended signet on the top one, it is better not to get them, okay. So from that point of perspective, let's say I am gonna be going for this one, okay. So this one is Kevin core and a Grisho core. So even though this one says that this one enough is a main, you should still be getting the Grisho core as a secondary core. Why is that? Because the thing is, this character here is mostly dependent on the Kevin core, okay. And as you can see here, if you get this Kevin core, you will be getting more benefit, which is why getting the Kevin core is gonna be important topic. Okay, this is topic number one. Now topic number two is, after getting the Kevin core, you can go for any of the other, as it is written here that getting the Eden core, or let's say Gracio core, or Felix core, or Kalpas core is gonna be good. So obviously from that point of perspective, if you were to get the uh, Gracio core, then what will happen is you will be able to overall quadruple your overall damage output, okay, to the point that this game will become extremely easy. Another topic about this thing is, you have to see that this is not the only Valkyrie. There are many other Valkyrie characters in this game that can also do the same thing. Just you have to be careful which one you are looking for. For example, this one is also good, because here there is Kevin and there is Aponia, except the main problem is, since Aponia is not available at the moment, so obviously using Aponia right after Kevin is not the best option, so you shouldn't use this. What about this one? No. What about this one? No, nothing. So let's see. Not this one either. Not this. Not this. So you have to be looking for the exact type which you are gonna be facing in this place. Okay. So from that point of perspective, there is another one. For example, this one. There is one Kevin and there is one Tricio. But it is said that her main core is basically Kevin and Apunia. So yeah, it is not gonna be 100% perfect for every people. It is gonna be different. Okay. Okay, so here it is another one. So the first one which I have shown you was Rita Fallen Rosemary, and this one, because as you can see here that Kevin and Gricio core is gonna be both important for this one. Okay, and then are there anything else? Okay, any other character? Okay, there is another one. You can definitely use this method, but it is gonna be useful if you have the Su signet available in this place. Since it is not available, let's not use that. Okay, so there is another one. Here it is. This Raven is gonna be more dependent on Kevin Core 1, and rest of the others are booster, and because of that you can basically get this Gricio. Okay, now what about this? This one is not good, because you basically need two main core, and one of them is Aponia, which is not available. So these are the methods that you will be needing to make sure that you will be able to understand which type of core you should be using and which type of core is available, because the deliverance, let's say Kevin core and Gricio core, is gonna be more beneficial in this current round. It is better to use those two instead of the others. So from that point of perspective, there are two options, and sorry, three options, and out of those three options, whichever Valkyrie character you have out of those three options, use those. Okay. Now for this reason, I have selected this one. Okay. Now why have I selected this one? Because as you can see here, that the Kevin is the main one, and then afterwards all of the others are extra. But even after the extra, selecting the Grishu is going to be a lot better, because it will overall quadruple the damage. Okay, now let's talk about the weapon. Now obviously this knife, fork and spoon guy, whatever he did, he basically included all of the recommended weapon. Now I also have this recommended weapon which is on the top slot, and I also have the stigmata set, which is the handle set, which is on the top slot. Okay, and obviously you will eventually get all of these, so these are not going to be the main problem. These are also not going to be the main problem. Neither this is going to be the main problem. The main problem is going to be the weapon and the stigmata set. Now obviously every character have their own weapon and stigmata set, and if you see that the handle set is on the lowest for some Valkyrie character, it means that your overall success set is going to be extremely low. Okay, so those are the things that you have to keep in mind. Okay, so from that point of perspective, what I'm gonna do for test. Okay, for test I'm gonna see if my character can actually survive 1.75. Now the question remains is, why is this important? Why should I see if my character can survive 1.75? Because as you know, what I